you're going to be on the beginning of the podcast.
Cocktail hour at the Coop. We are in the Coop. I am Liz from Arrow Acres. My sister Leanne. We're at our parents' alpaca farm, Arrow Acres Alpaca Farm in Wall, New Jersey. And we're podcasting.
We're back. It's been a long time.
It's been a hot minute, folks.
And
it was a hot minute before that, and it was a hot minute before that. So it's been a year. It's been a year.
It's been a long time.
We cut our hair.
We did. We cut our hair a lot. Like, you cut mine a lot. She's my hairdresser.
Mm-hmm.
I went blonde, but
my roots gotta get fixed.
Yeah, no, it's been a while.
It's been a hot minute.
So here we are. We had lots of messages. Thank you to all the concerned viewers. Are you okay?
We are still
Where
okay.
are you? We're fine. I don't know what happened this summer.
I was hot, dehydrated. It was humid out.
It was humid.
I melted every day at the farm.
Yeah.
I didn't even make it to the beach very often.
I didn't either.
I didn't even make it to my mom's beautiful pool.
I went in one time. One time?
Stop.
One time the day Ryan came over. That was the only time I went in Mom's pool.
I went in a lot more than that, but not as much as we usually do. Even the kids, I'd be like, "Come on, you want to go do something?" No.
It was hot.
We'd be at the farm for a couple hours in the morning, and they'd be like, "No." They'd fish, have fun with their cousin.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to go home and just lay down in the air conditioning.
Yes.
And I was okay with that. I may have been a bad mom. There may have been a wee bit too much screen time, but you know what?
It's fine.
We survived.
But
we're
we're
good.
back.
We're good.
We're back. The farm is open. We had our opening weekend.
It was National Alpaca Farm Days.
We're
on the high of our Sunday night, so we should be like, I'm sleeping, but
we're good. It was good. So we had lots of visitors, not as many as usual, but that was fine. That's what we hoped
We
for.
didn't do our normal advertising because not last year because of COVID, we didn't do a big thing, but the year before we have a thing and we put out poker chips and people put in it, if they're newer, returning, and we count them up. And over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we had about 8,000 people.
We didn't want that this year.
Mom did not want that.
COVID is still scary. We have friends that are fully vaccinated that have recently tested positive and been very sick. So we still were a little nervous. So we decided not to advertise. And apparently our past advertising has worked because we didn't have a lot of visitors.
It was like a normal, nice, good
but it
weekend.
was lovely. So the positive of that is we're not super tired. We can actually use our brain. And we got to visit with a lot of our friends, which was wonderful. You didn't. You were in the store. I'm sorry. But I had a lot of
that was good because I was busy writing up receipts.
Yes.
Because we had lots of customers.
So we had our knitting.
What? Is that one? I look like I have an aviator, right?
Yeah,
is that what they're called? Nope, they're not called aviators.
It's a white
sunglasses. What are the things that you put on the side? The little hats.
Fascinator.
Fascinator, not aviator. Those are glasses.
Fascinator.
Thank you.
There, I fixed it.
I feel better.
So, but I got to enjoy a lot of our knitting friends. So our local buddies that are some of our Rhinebeck house people came to visit today.
And some extra friends.
We had extra friends?
Yeah, Lara was here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm like, who are the extra friends? Paul Miller was here.
Rich was here.
We had some husbands here. It was lovely. So anyway, we're here. We're back. Mm-hmm. And we've been knitting. I've been knitting a lot.
We've been making a lot of hats.
A lot of stuff for the store.
Yeah.
So not stuff to really show because they're one-offs or we just make it up. So it's not worth showing. And if you follow us on Instagram, you kind of see what we're doing, I guess, right? The day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, I was even bad with posting on Instagram this summer.
I was bad too.
So hot. I did, and you know what? I'm working on a collection of things that you guys have seen in the past. I make them all the time. And I get asked all the time, what's the pattern? What's the pattern? I'm like, oh. I had it written down, but I couldn't sell it.
Yes.
So I have been working on it. I have testers. I have testers who have tested a shawl for me. I have a bunch of testers who tested hats for me, which I hate. I make hats like this. But like if I'm off a stitch, nobody's gonna just I fudge it. But when you're writing a hat pattern, you can't fudge it.
No.
And guess what? You gotta have it this size, this size, this size, this size. And I have a tester. I love this is why you have testers. And if you're watching this, there's nothing against you. But I have a tester who tested my adult size hat and was getting my infant size numbers because her yarn was different and her gauge was different. Her hook was the same, but her yarn may have been thicker than mine and her gauge. So I'm like, okay. So this is why I don't put out hat patterns because they're so like everybody's gauge. Who cares what size your scarf is, right? If you're 6 inches too big,
who cares?
No big deal. If you're 6 inches too big on a hat, it makes a big difference, right?
Yeah.
So I'm working on that, and instead of releasing them, I have a shawl, I have a hat, I have 2 cowls, and like a crescent scarf, 2 crescent scarves, all with like the same kind of stitch. So I was gonna wait to release them all together, and then maybe have like an ebook so that you can get a discount, right? But I have the shawl ready, I have the hat ready, and I'm like, oh, I want to release them.
You can get Rhinebeck money.
Well, that was my plan. But then I was thinking maybe I should hold them. You know what? I'll put a little disclaimer. If you buy it and then you want to buy other ones, I will, once the ebook is available, if I have seen that you've purchased it, I'll do like a refund or something. I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out.
Rhinebeck is close. People, Rhinebeck is close.
3 weeks.
That's all it is?
It's 3 weeks. And my sweater's not done.
Mine are. What? I got 2 done. Are you going to Rhinebeck?
Tell us in comments. Is it your first Rhinebeck? Because I think it's going to be a little different this year.
It's going to be different. I don't think it's going to be as crowded.
I don't either.
Which is not a bad thing, right? Because Rhinebeck
it's like
in the
Sunday
past couple years has
Saturday.
been, it's been super crazy. But we have our house. We're super excited to go again. And
we have a few friends in our house who aren't coming this year. Can't come, aren't coming.
Yes.
We're very sad, but
we have
some other
we have
friends
a new
coming.
friend. Sassy Karen is joining us, and that's exciting. So we have a new friend, and we have a little bit more room, which is nice. And
Chevis was supposed to be coming. She's not coming. It was going to be our first time in real life meeting her.
IRL. I get a
Maybe
bedroom
next
this year, which is kind of exciting.
She usually sleeps on the couch.
I sleep on the couch. My choice, but I do sleep on the couch. I find the house, but it's fine. So I think I have a room. It's going to be different, but we're looking forward to it. I can't wait to be at our house.
It's my first year going for the full time.
And I have to drive back and forth.
And we don't live close. we live close enough to drive back and forth.
Okay. We're like 3 hours away with, it's like a little under 3 hours with no traffic. But odds are we will have traffic. And so we go, our house is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we come home Sunday. So my son is a senior football player, and Friday night is homecoming. And it's also senior parent night. So the parents walk the kid out on the field. Well, I can't miss it.
You can't miss it.
I can't miss it.
You cannot miss it.
I can't miss it. Tell myself. So I'm going to drive up Thursday.
No, you can't miss it.
Come
he
home.
would be really upset. He would say he wasn't upset. He would be
upset.
Devastated.
He's the middle child.
He's
like the forgotten child, so he would be upset. So I'm gonna drive up there, drive home.
Yeah, you have
and
to.
then drive back.
But Dad said something. Maybe you'll take the train.
I know we talked about it. That my dad came up with some ideas, so I think I might look into that.
I think
ride the train home, so I could knit, drink coffee, not drive.
So much less stress, and then come back with Andy the next morning, and then drive home with us.
So it's fine. But I'm really looking forward to it. But anyway, Rhinebeck, if you go, it's a thing. Rhinebeck sweaters, right? You have to have your
sweater. You've
all
all seen the Christy Glass. Tell me about your Rhinebeck sweater.
Gotta have your
and if
Rhinebeck
you haven't,
sweater.
if you're new to podcasts, go look up Christy Glass and go look up Tell Me About Your Rhinebeck Sweater. And if you want to make a sweater, that's your episode to watch. Because everybody tells you about everything they're wearing.
And it's really long. It's it used to be like 45 minutes. Now it's a couple hours.
Everybody's like, where's Chrissy? Where's Chrissy? Where's Chrissy?
Yeah. So, do you want to
anybody?
show?
It's Knit and Escape weekend.
It is.
If you're Knit and Escaping, or if you Knit and Escaped, let us know how you liked it.
I wish I could have done that, but we had so many sports.
Yeah, I was too busy this time. I did it last time.
Okay.
I'm going to show them my sweater.
Show your sweater.
Well, you've seen parts of the sweater because I've been working on it for over a year. And I realized...
And normally you knit for, or not knit, you crochet for like 12 hours.
A minute. If it takes me longer than 2 minutes, I'm not making it. So you've seen, this is the Driftwood Pullover by K Crochets. It's Tunisian crochet. Well, it looks terrible like this, but
yeah, it doesn't.
it's very.
Oh, it's like all. Ooh, it looks bad
it's
in the
wrinkly,
light.
but
well,
it's like a pretty.
Is that Dad? Oh, it's the air conditioner.
It's not this bright. It's more
like
red
very
to
pretty,
it.
like
Pinky
corally peach.
It's coming out very light orange, but whatever. It's pretty. But see if I can get the texture.
Oh,
there.
Yeah. Oh, there. That looks good.
Sort of. It's a honeycomb texture. It's very pretty. You do the front panel, the back panel. I did modify the neck because it's very high and I don't like that. So I did bring it down. It will get like an edging to it. And I started the sleeves. And I did my sleeves a little different because the sweater that I'm basing the length and stuff off of, it's like a cute, it's not super cropped that I have. It's a store-bought sweater. But it's short because I have a short torso. And the sleeves have like a tight cuff.
Torso.
See, the cuff is tighter.
Yeah.
And then the sleeve kind of.
So you work
cuff
up.
This, I've never made a sweater before, and obviously they're just like knitting sweaters. There's a million ways to make them, but this one is cuff up for the sleeves.
Get cracking.
And I have 2 sleeves, and then I have to seam it all together.
You can do it.
I can do it. I can do it.
Liz Zimmerman, do you remember the year, was it Marilyn or Rhinebeck? She blocked her sweater in the back of her minivan on the way. You can do it.
I can do it. I can do it, guys.
All right, so I have 2 Rhinebeck sweaters. Well, this one may be one too.
Mine?
Like
that's for me.
if it's
for my other day.
Well, Paige is stealing my other one.
I know, and I can steal this one.
So if it's like Rhinebeck is weird because it's either hot, medium, or cold. Okay, so
it's the only thing it can be. So
she's joined us. So if it's like kind of mild and warm, I'm gonna wear this. This is the Woolen Honey by Andrew Mary. Right,
it's mine. She won't give it.
So I wore this all day today. So that's my one plan. Second sweater is the Milkweed Sweater.
So pretty.
I love it so
Have you worn it yet?
No, I just finished it.
You just finished it?
Okay.
Well, you started it last year.
Yeah, but I just finished it.
So pretty. Your
Isn't
colors
it
are so pretty.
So the dark blue yarn is Holt yarn, which is like super cheap from Denmark.
I remember this from our last episode that we did in the spring.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. And the color work is Toad Hollow. And
it's awesome.
I love it. Very happy. It took me forever because this is fingering weight.
And boring.
But baseball, right? This was at baseball season. So
I still see ends that need to be woven in.
Well, I didn't weave them in yet because I wasn't sure like if
you liked it all.
I got to weave it in. So I blocked it this week. I'm very happy. So the other one is has the monarch butterflies. And I was going to make for you.
But you didn't make it yet.
No, but I would like to make that for you as a gift.
I would.
So eventually I'll make that because she raises the butterflies with the caterpillars. So that's sweater number 2. That's like a medium if it's like 70s, right?
No, that's can be hot for 70s.
No, it's fingering weight.
Okay.
My friends are texting me about a food thing.
I have to look
now,
at a fascinator.
If it is cold.
Oh yeah, you have to wait. It has to be cold for this.
All right, here's my other sweater. Can you see it? Yeah.
I can't believe your color doesn't bleed.
It didn't.
I know.
Well, I tested it.
I know.
So if you've watched us in the past, I made a red sweater that I hated the pooling, right?
Yep.
And I'm not a
and
weaver.
She was like, "Oh, I don't know."
I'm not a
I said,
ripper
"Rip
out
it
or
out."
weaver, so I ripped it out. So the red is Quince & Co. and the white is Navia yarn. All purchased at Paige's shop at Frame and Fiber. This is the Koiva. I think that's how you say it. It's Koiuva. I'll put it in the notes below. And it's supposed to have like textured stitches here and here. I didn't do it because I didn't want to have to think, because it was a baseball knitting sweater. And the sleeve was supposed to be a bell sleeve, kind of like what you're making.
Yeah.
Like a
Mine
big,
isn't like a full bell. Mine
this
just
was supposed
gets
to be like a full
loose.
bell, and then like go
like
to
a
like
full
an
bell.
end with like a curled up thing, and
Yeah.
it doesn't look good on me. So I ended up just kind of doing it and then doing like a fast decrease, which is kind of weird, but it works. Like
It
when
looks
it's
fine
on,
when you're on.
when it's on, you don't even notice. So I'm very happy with it. I really like it.
And then she tried it on for Paige and I a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was like a weird little like baby doll dress.
It was weird. So like, all right, so see where this is?
Right here was like,
It was super
and then
tight.
this went
it like went
it, like,
straight out like
flared
this.
out.
Yeah, it went like that. And I was like, what am I gonna do? So Paige said, why don't you make it a tunic?
yeah,
I'm
we
like,
said
alright.
just go like 6 or 8 inches longer, and then wear it with leggings like as a tunic,
Yeah.
like a sweater dress.
So I was like, perfect. So I bound.
you may have had to go
I'd
like
al-
another 12
I'd already
inches.
bound off, so see my ends are still there. Because I thought, let me block it and see what happens. So I blocked it like pretty, like it was crazy. And it was
Aggressive.
really hot the other day, so I did it outside in the sun. It blocked all day, and it blocked out perfect. See, look
Yeah.
at that. There's like no weird bell. And Paige wore it today, and she loves it very much.
Mhm.
So I said maybe she could like
Oh, she could
we
wear it
can
one day.
yeah. Well, we're gonna co-parent the boots and the sweater. Because our friend Stacy found Fry boots at our like consignment shop in town, and they were too big for her.
Well, they were marked as a size 8,
Yeah.
so she didn't try them on. She was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, I'm size 8. Take them home."
Well-
and she watched Hoarders today, or no,
Yes.
was
today.
it was today? She watched Hoarders today. And she's like, "I gotta clean my room." So she went in and she cleaned out, and she's like, "I don't know if that's when she realized. She may have already realized, but she still had them.
No,
so when she
it
got
was today.
home, she realized they were a size 9, not a size 8.
And I have bad feet, very bad feet, and so does Paige. We have bad feet. Everything hurts us. Spread over. I tried it on. It didn't hurt, and I was like walking around, and then Paige was like,
Those are like $400 boots.
"No kidding." So then Paige was like, "I have to give her a gift." So Paige was like, "Let me try them on." They fit her, and she goes, "It doesn't hurt." And I'm like, "It doesn't hurt mine either." And I'm like, "All right, we can co-parent. You can have my sweater, I'll have the boots, and then we'll switch. You can have the boots, and I'll
We'll
have my
wear the
sweater."
sweater and the boots together, and then switch it so you both have
Because
like
they
a
really
cute
look
outfit.
cute
They
on
look cute
Paige's
together.
like outfit today was
Mhm.
super cute. Anyway, so that would Rhinebeck sweaters for me are done. Finish yours.
3 weeks. I've been so focused on making stuff to have to sell here.
We've all been making stuff for
And then this past week, Sunny wasn't doing so hot.
Sunny girl.
My baby she wasn't doing so good. There were swallowing issues. We were watching it. It was doing okay. It got really bad last weekend. Monday morning, I called the vet. I said, she's coming in today. You have to check her. We got to figure this out. Something is very wrong. They did what they could do. They called me and said, you need to come pick her up and take her to the emergency vet. She needs a CAT scan. This is not good. So I had to drop her off, and she had an abscess in her throat. Thank goodness it was her throat, not her esophagus. And they were able to fix her up. And she's home with a giant cone. And she runs into everything.
And a really large vet bill. So
buy my patterns. I need to dye yarn. And all the money that was supposed to go to buying new yarn to dye, you can see how empty this is right here. Well, that went to a vet bill. So hopefully I'll be dyeing yarn soon. Oh,
poor Sunny girl, but she's okay.
she's good. She's okay.
She's gonna be fine. It was a little touch and go and scary. Our little Sunny
So
girl.
I didn't get much done this week when I should have gotten like 1,000 things done.
Wait, I wrote to you and you're like, yeah, hot mess express over here. It was very nerve-wracking because she's
It was
not mine,
very
but like
nervous.
I love her like she's mine.
And she's not even a year old, and she's such a good girl.
Well, we're glad she's okay.
Yeah.
Chase, what are you doing? Right now, Chase is cuddled up. He's cold.
So go in your house
chilly here
and
in
put
Wall.
a blankie on.
And he has alpaca toys that are made out of alpaca. He's
Fluffy
like
ones.
got
Here,
them
hand
all
them to me.
around me.
Don't knock over the
Yeah,
light,
not
though.
me. This is what.
It had a teddy bear and alpaca was like this.
They are so soft. Oh, they
How
really
fluffy
are
they
so
are.
soft. That's our big seller on farm day weekends because in Wall, New Jersey, it's like
It was
cool,
still in the 70s.
It's so warm. We live at the beach. People aren't thinking sweaters and hats and coats, but the kids come in and they love those little toys. So that's a big seller on farm day. So what else? Oh, so I made a gift for a friend who had a baby in July, and I see her every week, and I have yet to remember to give it to her every week.
Still haven't.
Put it in your car.
It's
It's not going to fit her.
It is. She's tiny.
Yeah,
She was born. She's tiny. So Chase has a little friend, Max, and his little sister was born in July.
So there's 2 boys, and she got the
She
girl.
got a girl. She's the same age as Makeup, bless her. She started later, but anyway, this is the Anchor bonnet. I made the Anchor sweater in the summertime. So there it is. I add a little flower. I love bonnets.
I think it's getting
You're at the
blown out
baseball
tonight.
games
It
every
is.
single time.
I see them every week. We're on their baseball team, and I keep every time I see her, I go, oh, I forgot your present. But I think, you know, it's not cold here yet, so it's okay.
We'll give it to her. She needs it this week. It might get chilly.
I love bonnets so much. Which one sold? The pink
The
one
pink
with the
one.
with the flower?
Yeah.
I'll make more of those. Isn't it so cute? Oh, I never had a girl. If I had a girl, this is what they would have worn. Little bonnets. Right, Chase?
And dresses. We have a new little neighbor at our bus stop. She's in kindergarten, and she wears the cutest little dress.
She wears a dress
and she
every
runs to the bus,
she-
and she keeps her arms straight.
and
She's
she
so
like
cute.
and her little legs go like up and down, like she doesn't
She
like
doesn't
bend her legs.
knees.
She
She
just
just like she's like a little penguin. She
Yes.
penguin runs.
Her name is Reese, and she's in. Oh,
She's really
every
cute.
single day. She
We
wears
didn't
a
know
dress.
she was our neighbor.
We didn't know who she was.
We don't have neighbors here.
We don't have neighbors.
We are our own neighbors.
and it's the same people. I got to the bus. I'm like, who are you? I don't know you.
She lives a few houses over from me
but
on
we
the
didn't
main
know
street.
because she's
so
little. We didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
She was so
She's
cute.
very cute. And there's a little one younger than her.
Mm-hmm. But she's never there. The babysitter. It was very confusing because like the mom and the grandparents were there the first day.
And the mom and dad was there the first day. He was the mom and the dad.
okay.
And the dad's been there again.
and the grandmother.
And she's
But
not
then-
there at the end of the day. She's
No,
not there.
she's at
so
work.
She's aftercare or something.
Yeah. Or she.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's at work, and
Or
then
somebody
like
picks
the
her
next
up.
day it was like, is that the mom?
That's not the mom.
That's
That's
not
not
the
the same
mom.
mom that was there.
She's like
It's the
younger.
babysitter.
It's babysitter. We figured it out.
And she's very cute too.
Oh yeah, she's very cute. So very like lovely little family. So that's that. What else is going on? Anything else to talk
Me and
about?
Shay- me and Shay have bone problems.
What do you have?
Chase wanted to report that he and Shay, his cousin, have bone problems. Chase has broken his finger. Shay has a broken foot. No, toe. Garrett has a broken finger. Yes, these are all football. Well, they're football players, but they're not all football injuries.
No, yours was a tag
Chase
injury.
was from tag. Shay was from football. Garrett was from football.
Shay was from football.
No, he was playing in the middle of the road.
No,
With
Oh,
no
wait.
shoes on.
Are you showing something you're knitting? Can we talk about our show that we're watching?
we can talk about lots of shows.
Oh, is that the murder show?
Yes.
Okay, so I have Hulu. I don't have regular TV. And my mom doesn't have Hulu, but she's like, I keep seeing commercials for this show. Looks good. You should watch it. Steve Martin's in it. It looks good. Well, it's called Only Murders in the Building.
It's so good.
I really like it. It's Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. The
It's so
three-
good.
Well, Steve Martin and Martin Short kind of I can see together, but Selena Gomez,
She's so good in it.
there's
And
they're
she
so
carries
funny.
her weight with big actors. Like they're major actors.
Yeah,
She's
she's
right
good.
there.
She's really good. I like her.
Gosh. Episode 3, Freezer, the best. I laugh so hard. You gotta watch it.
You know what? And I've been watching it. So now there's only one a week. So I've been watching it, and having the past 3 weeks I've had to wait.
Oh.
So I've been watching one a week. I didn't get to binge it. Like I got to binge the first 2, and now since then
I have
I've been
6.
watching one a week.
I have 6, so I watched 3 in all at once. last night I came home. I was very tired, very busy. We have a lot of sports in our house, and I got home and I laid on the couch. I put it on 9 o'clock, and I was like, I'm falling asleep.
I've been
So
watching.
I
I've been doing
stopped
that
it.
to Ted Lasso. I've been like.
So at 9:15,
I'm not really
I
that
turned it
tired, but
off,
Ted Lasso on.
and I fell asleep. But so I have 3 episodes I can
Sorry,
binge.
guys, I have an itchy ankle. I got a fight, I think, today.
It's really, really funny.
Yeah, Only Murders in the Buildings on Hulu. And then I also watched The 9 Perfect Strangers with Nicole Kidman.
I haven't watched it.
And
I
Melissa
heard
McCarthy.
mixed reviews.
You know, I liked it.
And
Mom was
our
like, the
girl-
commercials look like it's creepy. And I was like, it's not creepy at all. It's just like mind games.
But our Nina is in it.
Nina is in it, but she's American.
Didn't you not like it though? Didn't you watch it?
I only watched like 10 minutes and
So
turned it off.
I watched it. I watched all of it. I liked how it ended. I did enjoy it.
Offspring.
So I did
miss
enjoy it.
them.
Offspring.
Did you watch Offspring?
And then
So good.
I started watching The Big Leap. There's only been like an episode or
Haven't
two.
seen it.
It's the guy from Felicity. Remember the show
Oh,
where they always
Ben?
whispered and you could never understand anything?
No.
So I stopped watching it very quickly because you couldn't understand them because they were always whispering.
What was that?
Felicity. I never watched. I like started the show.
I listened to a podcast called From the Front Porch. It's a woman that owns a bookstore in Thomasville, Georgia, and she's like, "Oh, I love her," but she said that she was like in a rut. Her and her husband were like, "We watch the same shows, it's like boring." So she went back to the shows she watched way back when, and Felicity, they're binging right now.
So I
and she
never
loves
watched.
Felicity's sweaters.
I never watched it. Like
Oh, and that
Mom
was
and
a show for me. That was my
I think I
age.
was too young.
Yes, Carrie Russell had my
And,
hair
yeah,
back then.
and then she cut it real short.
Yeah,
So I like.
yeah.
I remember Mom and I like kind of watched it, and I don't know if it was inappropriate for like. I was definitely in high school, like early high school when
Yeah.
we watched it, and I don't
Yeah.
know if it was inappropriate for Mom and I to be watching together, but we stopped watching it. But I honestly think it's because they whispered the whole time, and we couldn't understand what they were saying. So I'll have to try it again.
But she was saying how much they're enjoying it.
But The Big Leap, he's in it, and he's like a film producer.
That's Ben, right? From
Sure.
Felicity?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy from Felicity, like
The guy, she said it's the only blonde she's ever been attracted to is the guy. He's like
He's
a
not
dark
blonde.
blonde. He's like a dark blonde. She said blonde. I thought that was weird too. But that's a
And-
good podcast. If you're a reader, listen to From the Front Porch. She has a lot of good recommendations.
Yeah. And so he's a producer, and he's a producer of like a dance show on Fox, like the dancer, you know, the
Like
one that
Dancing with the Stars.
dancing, not Dancing with Stars, no, the other one.
I think you can dance.
Yeah, you think you can, or whatever that is, and it's like that, but it's called The Biggest Sleep, and they're doing like a production of the
Oh.
not the Black Swan, Swan Lake. So it's like weird. There's like a mom who's like, I can do this, and then there's like kids. It's I don't know what I think of it yet. I've watched 2 episodes.
What's
There's
it
only
on?
been 2. I think Fox.
Oh, it's like on TV
I think
right
it's
now?
a Fox. Yeah, it's on. It's a
Oh.
new fall show. And then Ted Lasso, because you got me onto Apple TV.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Because
Garrett
Come
loves it.
From
Come
Away.
I watched it 5 times.
If you have Apple TV, or if you have an option to get a free week of Apple TV,
Get it,
Do
watch it.
watch Come From Away. It's amazing.
Chase, are you going in the house? Can you take that bag of
No.
apples? Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay. We have 8,000 apples. Because normally we have 8,000 visitors. But we didn't this weekend, so
So
we
you're
have a
gonna
lot of
make us
I'm
an
going to make an
apple
apple
pie,
pie.
right?
Yeah, I'll make
We
an
knew
apple
we
pie.
weren't having it.
An extra
I
apple
know.
pie for us
Mhm.
I don't like pie.
Tuesday.
is our soccer day.
I have, no, Tuesday I have photo shoots.
And you have band.
Mm-hmm. Band started again. Yay! So the weird thing about COVID is 18 months, nothing happened, right? Nothing happened. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't do anything. And band stopped. And 2 weeks ago, we went to band Tuesday. We get there, we sit down, and it was the weirdest. I can't explain it. If anyone's gone through this, something that you used to do every week and then it like stops and you go back, it's like no time lapsed. It was like we were there last week. It was the most bizarre.
Well, you guys
It
also,
was the most bizarre feeling. It was like,
you know what? You guys always also take off for the summer. So it probably felt like you just took off for the summer and then you were like back at it. Because you do always take that break.
We have a quick break at Christmas time. We finish our Christmas concerts and we go back in January. So we have like a month off. And then we have the summer off.
It probably just felt like you had the summer off and it was like, okay, back at it, let's do it.
And we lost 25 members.
And you finished with a Christmas season. You finished with Christmas and then COVID hit. Like you started practicing.
We practiced till March.
But that was only a month and a half that you practiced for, not
it was so good to be back. It was so good to play again. I need a new flute. And I said, I have a flute. So I'm 43. I got my flute in 7th grade and it was used.
And that's still the same flute?
Yeah.
But you had 2 flutes.
Well, I had a beginner flute.
Oh.
Like, when you first start, like crappy. And then when Mom and Dad knew like I was pretty good and like it was like a thing, they bought me a really good flute.
So you didn't ask Santa for a new flute?
I kind of want a new flute. And it sat in the case for a year and a half. So I started playing in it and I was like, something's wrong with this. And I like blow it out of it and I go, something's wrong with this. And I said, I think I need a new flute. And the girl in front of me, because I moved up, because people didn't come back. So my band is a concert band, and basically, unless you're like amazing, you sit when you joined. So like, if you joined 5th, you're 5th chair. Like unless you're great, you sit in the first, and that's fine. I was first chair when I was younger. I don't care anymore. I'm happy where I am. So I'm playing, and my first chair turns around, and I go, well, I got it in 7th grade. She's like, oh my God, you need a new flute. And I'm like, I don't even know where to go to get a new flute. And I was like, I would love
what about the place in Asbury?
Yeah, the lake house. But I'll figure it out. So I think I need a new flute. It's old.
You might have to ask Santa for.
I was like 12.
So Grant went in his room the other night and started writing a Christmas list. So the next one he goes, I wrote a Christmas list to Santa. I said, you did? He goes, I started. So he comes out and he's got like, he had like some really cute things on that said $100 and $500. I was like, I don't think Santa's bringing you $500, dude.
I'll take $500.
Right? I would too.
Dear Santa.
But it had cute, and almost everything it said like one for me and one for Wade.
Aww.
One of the, so like, as crazy and psycho as he is, at least he does think of his brother.
He's a nice boy.
He is nice. And I found out his buddy is a little bit of a troublemaker, and they're on the bus together, and they're in class together. And I was like, oh, brother, this poor teacher.
They're going to get in trouble soon.
They're not. And then my girlfriend's little girl's in their class, and I was like, ooh, how's it going in class? Is Grant getting in trouble? She goes, no. I said, is Will? She goes, oh, yeah.
No, on the bus they're bad.
I know. I heard they're bad on the bus.
Well, if you were a bus driver, it would be fine.
Stopping you.
Yeah.
So I have a new career opportunity for this one. Now, she seems all sweet on the podcast, doesn't she? She's like nice and she's funny. Okay, in real life, she's a yeller, psychopath to her children.
My children are bad.
Yeah.
And if I didn't yell at them, could you imagine what they'd be like? They'd be like, Will. Right? Right?
Will cried because he didn't get Robux on
So, Sunny had her operation. Cost a lot of money, right? So we're texting each other at night. And I said, I have a great idea. You should be a bus driver. Because, as you know, if you live in America, there is a bus driver shortage right now. This one not only has never been in an accident, has no speeding tickets, no nothing. Great record. She's also a psychopath who yells. So we decided she would be the scary bus driver.
Knock it off!
Mrs. Alvino, the bus driver, right? They'd all behave. She would yell. She has a great audition. That's what you should do in your job interview.
I should. Why do you deserve this job? Because I can talk like this!
Wait. If you want to sit next to me.
If you don't knock it off, you're going to have to sit next to me. Do I sound like I'm fun to sit next to? No! So knock it off!
Right?
Right?
Very good.
Sorry, I'm gonna put a warning on that you should lower your volume before I do.
She's a yeller. So,
Do the
But could you imagine my children, Grant, not my children, Grant, if I didn't yell at him? Like,
well,
you didn't even know where he was at the football game the other night, and I was like, Grant would have broken someone else's arm.
he was
or
fine.
him. Exactly. He was fine. But I could never have done that with my child because he would have broken someone else or himself. There would have been stitches, broken bones.
Well, Paul Miller was here today. So if you know Paul
Oh.
Miller, Paige's husband,
Paul Miller is very soft-spoken, very calm and quiet. So we're telling about the audition, and he goes, I like this. He goes, oh, do you know where you live? Because I just forgot. I don't have to take you home.
do you want to get home safely? Then sit down and stop talking. So then we decided they would have like gang signs. Be like,
What up, Paul Miller?
Miller! He's like, we'd be driving down the road, be like, what? So then we decided, you know, like if you're a Jeep owner and
You
you're
all
driving
wave.
Jeep, you wave. You wave, hey, what's up? So then
We were
Paige-
Jeep owners at one
so
point.
then Paige said, I own a Honda. Me too. Every other person on the road owns a Honda.
Sign
So
language age.
This is the age for sign language. So we decided we'd be like,
Oh, and
What?
then you'd be like, oh, Honda,
Honda,
Honda, Honda, Honda, Honda.
So Paige said, I'll just drive out the window like this. Because every other car on the road is Honda.
Including all of ours. All of ours.
All of us.
Andy's, Paige's,
Every single one of us.
Carrie's, yours, mine. Yeah. All of Honda's.
Andy, yes, Andy. Yeah, so we had a good laugh today with our friends. So, what else?
If you are interested in going to Rhinebeck now or in the future, we have done Rhinebeck videos in the past. So I will link that in the bottom. So
You
can look
will.
at
I
that.
do. I do all the editing.
Well,
I have
can
to
do
find
it now,
it.
maybe. I'll let you know what it is. We'll
Do you
figure
have
it out.
do you have a Mac that can do all that? No, it's me. I'll figure it out tomorrow. But I'm in the office tomorrow.
I can use Nick's computer when he's home, maybe. Well, we're going to link the Rhinebeck videos from the past, or just look them up. Just
Yes.
go back, bloop.
And then
We haven't done that many this year, so they're back there.
And it's going to be different this year. We expect it to not be as crowded. We think it won't be as crowded. I don't know if all the vendors will be there.
I was speaking to a vendor in June, and she didn't even know if they were having it. And I was like, well, I heard they were. And she usually has a giant, like, quadruple booth in the middle, like, at
Who?
least Sheep Shed. She's in the middle.
Oh.
And the next week she wrote to me and she said, I just heard from Rhinebeck. They are having it. They're allowing one space and I think one in between each spaces and not in certain buildings. So like there's
It's gonna be
It's gonna be
different.
different, but it's gonna be
so
great.
It's going to be good.
We're gonna be with fiber friends, right?
We worked today for the first
Whether you know them or
time-
not.
For the first time in like a year and a half where
Mhm.
we had more than like 2 people here, right? It
Our
was
friends.
just nice to like see people laugh and have fun and do our thing, and that's what we're good at,
Mhm.
right? So
I liked
hopefully
it. I can't wait for our trip.
it'll be good. All right, so that's that for now. And so we were gonna do a giveaway like thing, but it didn't really happen.
We didn't follow through. We didn't follow
Whoever
through.
wins
We didn't
it
follow
gets
through.
it-
So we'll have to come up with a new thing.
We'll do like some sort of a fall thing, and we will record again. We will record at Rhinebeck. We'll do the one night
Mhm.
at Rhinebeck. We
Yep.
will record, and we will try to get on a schedule because our schedules are very funky these days
Yes.
with sports,
Sports.
kids sports. So we will try to make it work. We're gonna. We have to. We're gonna.
What are you doing? You need a haircut. You.
Need a haircut.
It's because of you. Come here. Say hi to the people.
Do you want to show them all your hair?
This is the reason we can't record is because he's just doing this to himself like Blake Shelton on The Voice. Because of this.
I'm
hair.
very
I have,
happy.
no, because I have the sports.
You have the sports.
A lot of look at that hair. He needs to come to Aunt
By
Lizzie's
Wednesday.
barber.
Because it's school picture day on Wednesday.
Thursday.
No, it's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, geez.
He's Wednesday. And he has football pictures on Tuesday.
Is it the 28th
So maybe tomorrow.
or the 29th? Tomorrow, come over and we'll cut your hair. All right.
I
Go
think
to
that's
bed.
it.
It's
Time for
late.
bed.
It's only 8.
Go to bed.
You need to shower.
lay
and
down.
go to bed. All right, say goodbye to the people, Chase.
Bye.
Bye, people.
All right, we'll see you soon. We'll do this more often.
We really have
promise.
to. We really have to see you soon.
Promise. Thank you for all the messages, hoping that we were still live. So we are. Yay! All right. Later, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Hi, guys. So we recorded an episode finally. I know it's been a while. Last night, and as usual, our lighting was terrible. So I wanted to show you our new farm yarn because we got it in early this year, and it's going to be on Etsy. If you live local, you can just pop into the shop or send me a message on what you want. I can hold it aside, or just order it on Etsy if you want it shipped. Okay. But I thought it's kind of nice to see it on camera rather than just pictures on Etsy. So if you are interested, I want to show you what we have. Hopefully the lighting's a little bit better today. I'm outside and it's kind of, hopefully it works. So this is our white blend. It's 3 of our animals. All of our skeins are 200 yards. This is a DK weight, and it's a natural cream. It's, you know, natural white. So it's not like bright white. It's nice soft white. And we have their names and their pictures on every skein. And we added 20% Pullover and silk to this batch this year. So it's like, oh, it's super squishy. And the reason sometimes we add things is either to extend it so we can get more yarn, or sometimes we want to do it just to add something else. So like that little bit of silk, you know, gives it that little sheen. It's pretty. And then on the other end of the spectrum, here is our dark blend. So now our dark blend, you can see really well in there, it has little flecks of gray in it. It is not pure black. It's a combination of true black animals, bay black animals, which are like a brownish black, and modern or dark modern rose grays. And there's a kid in the background. So it does have a little bit of gray in it, like you can see, but it's pretty dark. So if you do want black or something really dark. And this one is beyond drapey. So plan for something nice and that has nice movement to it. It's really nice. I think that was my favorite this year. And then as always, we have our favorite gray blend. This is kind of what we breed for, like light, medium rose gray animals. They're our favorites, our favorite yarn. This is just 100% alpaca. Oh, the last one was just 100% alpaca also. This is a combination of a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, I think. So here's this one. Now this one, it's like a nice heathery oatmeal gray. I don't know why it's not focusing nice, but you can see the color. Also DK. So these are all our DKs. So those 3 are DK. Oh, I have one more DK. So then I don't have a ton of these. These are our farm blends. So what the owner of the mill does when she's done processing all of them, there's a little bit of waste on the carders and stuff like that. So she takes that off. She reblends that together. So everything that went through any of our yarns, she takes those bats or the scrap, puts them together, and we get a farm blend. So this is everybody on the farm that went in. We had it done in a DK weight this year. I'm going to show you compared to the rose gray and the black. It's not black, but the dark. You can kind of see those together so you have an idea of the colors. I know that white's getting blown out a little bit, but okay. So that's that. And then we have one worsted weight yarn, and this is Maggie. We had been saving up Maggie's fleece. We weren't really sure what to do with it. I don't know why. It just didn't like it. We didn't want to put it in with the other gray blend and whatever. So anyway, we've had it for a few years. So we had 3 years worth of her fleece, and we blended it with 20% merino. And it's a really, really beautiful worsted weight. Oh. It's a little breezy out. Oh well. All right, I'm almost done. Promise. And then last but not least, we are really excited about this one. This is a chunky blend. Also 200 yards, so you can make a lot with it. And Deb at the Vermont fiber mill that we use is working with some students at the University of Vermont, and they are trying to come up with more sustainable ways to do things. And the Darn Tough Socks company has tons of scrap. They've got lots of waste, all these little bits, and they're trying to prevent it from going to landfills. So they gave a bunch to Deb to try to mix in with her yarn, because bigger yarn companies don't really want to do that, because then you've got to clean out the equipment every time, because you've got these little like bits of stuff in it. Well, she cleans out all of her equipment after every farm's batch anyway. So to her, she was like, sure, I'll try it. So I'm gonna get in close with this, and do you see all those fun little colored bits? That's pretty good color representation too. It's just full of these fun little colorful bits, and they're from the Darn Tough Sock Company. So again, it's 100% alpaca plus those little bits. So I don't really have a percentage on them. 200 yards, and that's it. So, I mean, these are humongo skeins. I can like barely even make a skein with it. So, that's it. That's our yarn. It's all here. It's in the store. It's going to be on Etsy. I just finished taking all the pictures. So if you're interested, you know where to find it. All right. I hope you enjoy the podcast.